Hello everyone. I wanted to make this video in response to the amount of messages that I have received in the past few days. Okay, emails, texts, DMs, calls. I said let me stop and try to answer some questions and hopefully soothe some concerns. Okay, for those of you who are brand new to this channel, never seen a video before, hello, and let me let you guys know that I typically do not discuss or delve into sensitive and controversial topics. That's not the typical video on this channel. You might see a bit of that in my stand-up, but not the typical video on this channel. On this channel, I typically just talk about life abroad. You know, if you're unhappy in your situation, I tell you leave it, go live your best life, and I just try to practice what I preach. That is my lane, okay? And I like my lane, y'all, I do. But sometimes you have to step outside of your bubble, your lane, and discuss the things that are going on around you, of course. And it's hard not to discuss when there is a war next door, okay? So for those of you once again who do not know, I live in Warsaw, Poland, and I have been living here on and off for over 3 years now. Let me answer some of these questions. I'm basically going to answer two main questions that I'm seeing in these messages, and that is, what is the atmosphere, what is the vibe in Poland? And let me tell you guys, I can only speak specifically for Warsaw, all right, because I don't know how things are in other regions. I don't know how things are in other towns, and I'd imagine that Eastern Poland right now is a bit, has a different vibe going on than Warsaw, okay, because the evacuees are coming, they're gonna hit Eastern Poland first, right? And then if you think about it, different regions have different mindsets about certain things. That's like asking a New Yorker and Florida man, okay, what they might feel about a particular topic. Pretty sure you're going to get different responses, okay? So like I said, I can only talk about what I've been experiencing or what I've been seeing here in Warsaw, okay? So the first question, or the first thing that I've been noticing, of course, so in regards to what I'm seeing a lot of support for Ukraine, okay? I am seeing a lot of support, and I have to tell you that I am genuinely and pleasantly surprised at the amount of support that I'm seeing. And that is because, and I'm going to speak quite plainly on this one, some people might not like it, I might have to turn the comments off, but I'm surprised because I'm seeing all this support, and I know that on a normal day Ukrainians aren't always treated the best in Poland, okay? And that's just truth, right? And, if you are a Polish person and you feel differently and you say, well, no, I don't treat Ukrainians as less than or anything like that, then good for you. But 9 times out of 10, you know somebody who does, okay? And that's just what it is. So that's why when I was seeing all this support, I was kind of confused, and it made me ask people, especially Polish people. I was just like, I didn't think y'all was cool like that. The way things are, the way, from what I've seen. And so I will say that this Polish guy, he put it very simply. He said, on a typical day, we might not like each other, but under certain circumstances, we can unite. And that's what's happening, okay? And as far as the type of support that I'm seeing charities asking for donations in the street. I saw a lot of that today. I've seen charities, especially last night on Nowy Świat, collecting goods like food, clothing. They had a megaphone, and he was asking for items, in Polish and in English. I also see a lot of messages of support, of solidarity outside one of the metro stations here yesterday. Actually, it was kind of cool. They actually took a dry erase board, painted it blue and yellow like the Ukrainian flag, and you could write messages of support as well. And I've also seen businesses, they'll put out signs as well, not just businesses but individuals. So I know with the comedy scene, for sure, all the shows in the upcoming week, all those shows are now charities and fundraisers. So any income that the hosts were expecting, because we don't get paid, but any income that was expected are now going to go to these charities, okay? And I've also seen in Facebook groups, people posting, how can I help? And not only helping, this money or support isn't just going for the people who have made it to Poland, but how can you help the people who need to get here? So I'm seeing a lot of that, y'all. It's a lot of support. And also the Ukrainian flag, look at this. The Palace of Culture is lit up to represent the Ukrainian flag. So the flags are flying everywhere, y'all, for real. And you know what else I noticed today? I noticed people stopping to take pictures of the flags. I noticed people stopping to not to just take pictures of them, but pictures, with them as well. And so, yeah, that, like I said, a lot of support. So hopefully that answers that question for you all. The second question, the next biggest question, is, do I plan on leaving Poland because of this? And I'm just going to tell you, at the filming of this video, at the making of this video, I do not plan to leave Poland because of this situation, okay? And actually, I'm gonna tell you guys, when this thing, when the war broke out on Thursday, I was not looking for flights or anything like that. And that is because a couple of weeks ago, actually, I'll tell you specifically, the day of the Super Bowl, I was at a bar. And I saw like 8 to 10 Americans, right? And I was like, how long have you guys been in Poland? And basically they were here. They had been, at that point, they had been here for 2.5 weeks, right? And they all came from Ukraine. And basically the US government said, you guys need to leave, and we'll only pay for you to go to one of two places, either back to America or to Poland, okay? And all of those people chose Poland. Yeah, so Americans being evacuated to Poland was good enough for me, okay? If you don't know, a U.S. military presence has been here for the last, I would say, 4 to 5 years, and more troops have arrived, okay? So, yeah, I am going to stay put for now, but if things change, that could change, okay? So hopefully that answered your questions. If you want to know how can you support, I will link some charities below in the description box or comment section. If you have any additional questions or comments or know of any other ways to support, make sure you drop that in the comment section below as well. Thank you guys so much for your concern. Thank you guys for your support. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Bye.